Imagine a gray sky stretching over the Atlantic Ocean, with waves crashing against a mighty warship. Through the fog, a massive British vessel sails steadily toward danger. On the deck stands a man with only one arm and one eye, yet his gaze is as sharp as a storm on the horizon. This man is Horatio Nelson, the legendary admiral who would change the course of history forever. But how did a sickly boy from rural England become a hero of the seas? Today we'll explore his extraordinary journey of courage, leadership, and sacrifice. Part 1: The Boy in the Sea. Horatio Nelson was born on September 29, 1758, in a small village in Norfolk, England. He grew up in a large family where life was modest but full of challenges. From a young age, Nelson showed an unshakable curiosity and a deep fascination with the sea. At just 12 years old, a letter from his uncle, a Royal Navy captain, changed his life forever. His uncle invited him to join his ship and set sail for his first voyage. Despite being frail and often ill, Nelson said, "I don't care if I am weak. I want to try my strength against the sea." And with that determination, the journey of a legend began. Part 2: Early Adventures on the Ocean. Nelson joined the Navy as a young midshipman, working on merchant and warships. His early years were far from easy, filled with harsh weather, illness, and the struggles of life at sea. But Nelson was not one to give up. Once, during a storm in the Arctic, his ship became trapped in the ice. While others despaired, Nelson led a small crew to hunt seals and keep the crew alive. At just 15 years old, his bravery earned him the nickname the Iron Boy. It was clear, Nelson was no ordinary sailor. Part 3: The Wounded Warrior. As Nelson climbed the ranks, he faced more dangerous battles and more personal sacrifices. In a battle at Corsica, a cannonball shattered his vision, costing him his right eye. Yet, Nelson refused to be defeated. He told his doctor, "Do it quickly, I need to get back to the fight." Years later, during a fierce encounter at Tenerife, Nelson lost his right arm. Even then he remarked, "Never mind. I still have one arm to serve my country." These wounds became symbols of his resilience and unbreakable spirit. Part 4: The Fateful Battle of Trafalgar. The peak of Nelson's career came in 1805 at the Battle of Trafalgar. Napoleon Bonaparte sought to destroy Britain by combining the French and Spanish fleets. Nelson, now a seasoned admiral, took command of the British forces. On the morning of October 21, 1805, Nelson addressed his officers aboard the HMS Victory. He declared, "England expects that every man will do his duty." In the battle that followed, Nelson used an unprecedented strategy. Instead of attacking head-on, he divided his fleet into two lines, cutting through the enemy's formation. This bold move created chaos in the opposing fleets and led to a decisive British victory. However, triumph came at a cost. A sharpshooter's bullet struck Nelson as he stood on the deck, mortally wounding him. As he lay dying, Nelson whispered, "Thank God, I have done my duty." Part 5: A Legacy That Lives On. Nelson's death at Trafalgar marked the end of a hero's journey but the beginning of a lasting legacy. His victory ensured Britain's naval supremacy for more than a century. Monuments, such as the iconic Trafalgar Square in London, were erected to honor his memory. But Nelson's true legacy lies in his lessons on courage, innovation, and selfless leadership. He taught us to face adversity head-on, think creatively in the face of challenges, and dedicate ourselves to a greater cause. Closing. Horatio Nelson's story is more than a chapter in history, it's a timeless inspiration. His life reminds us to overcome our limits, lead with vision, and leave a legacy worth remembering. If this story moved you, share it with others and subscribe to this channel for more incredible tales of history.